So first of all, I want to thank you really for joining this. Yes, Alexis, go ahead.
Hi. Before we begin, I'm
Yes.
wondering, as you go through the agenda, will there be time where you're going to answer individual questions like you just did with other members of the team?
Sure. And again, this is not a presentation. This is nothing like have a a redefined topics and presentation. I want to show to you the purpose of this call is that we need to review what has been done currently on this specific course, review some of the points, give some practices, discussion about how we can improve the course. So it is really discussion, ask questions and answers more than presenting something to you.
Okay. So the thing about it is that my course that I need have questions about is totally different from this course. This is a synchronous. I have an asynchronous course, so the questions that I have, um, it might be beneficial to all, but it's definitely different from what might just appear um, for this particular course.
That's fine. You can ask any question about this course or even about the other course. What we are discussing here is how to enhance our course design. Some of the rules and practices we will discuss it. It's not related to this specific course. It can work with other courses. And by the way, Alexis, just to clarify, tomorrow session, during the tomorrow session, I will review the other course. Maybe we'll focus on that specific course. But again, in terms of the practices and things, what we are discussing here is can work on all the topics or all the courses. So you don't have to. Please feel free to ask any question. It's not related to this course, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, that's great. So we can start. So again, thank you all for joining this session. Again, the idea behind this meeting, as we said, is just to review how the course is being designed and what kind of enhancement, what kind of best practices that we can consider while we're designing our course. Now, in this session, maybe we will talk specifically about what has been developed in this course, but again, to confirm, it's not related to this specific subject. It can be applied to other subjects or other delivery models of the online courses or the courses. So what I have done in the last 2 days, I was reviewing the courses and I have found that what you have done is really great. I really appreciate your effort and time that you spent to develop this course. And I know that you already had a training on how to use the Blackboard functionality, which really shows that you really grasp the information, grasp the idea from that training. Now, what we are saying here again is just, it's not to criticize your work, it is just to find a way to enhance what you have done, or the course, sorry, and also to give you more information about the Blackboard tools and functionalities. Now, when we design any course, we usually think about our students or our trainees. And tell me, should I use student or trainees? Okay.
Say that again.
Should I use student or trainees?
Participants.
Participants, that's better. So when you design your course, you are thinking about your participants. How your participant really going to benefit from this course? We need to make sure that they are successful. So to help the student and make them participants and make them successful in this workshop or in this course, we need to provide all the information that will help them to go through the course materials, participate on the different activities, and also if there is any engagement activities or collaboration or reflection activities, we need to make sure that our participants know how to engage and how to participate on this specific course. So when we designed the course, the participant came at first. Starting, when we design the course, we usually start with the course menu. And again, let me here, if you allow me just to quick enroll myself to this course. I will remove myself from this course, but I'm enrolling myself in this course so I can use the student preview. This is one of the Blackboard Lane tools which will present this course for me as a student or as a participant and give me the chance to experience what the participant will see. So as a participant accessing this course, this is exactly how the course will look like to him. This is how he will see the course and he will see the materials. Now, starting from the course menu, this is where the course structure is defined, and this is considered to be the entry point for the student. Now, what I have seen here that you have done really a great work, like you have give me a welcome message, you provide a link for all the course materials or the workshop materials, and then you provided a link for each parts that is within this workshop. Oh, you cannot see my screen, Abdullah. Does anyone else cannot see my screen, or only it is Abdullah?
I can see it fine.
Okay, Abdullah, could you please just rejoin? And if it did not work, once you watch the recording, you will be able to see it. And also, as I'm reviewing the course menus or the course structure, I saw that you already added some important links for me as a participant, like this is the link for accessing the online session, and this is like the class journal, where I need to participate on the different activities for reflection or other activities that you design. That's really something great. And then what I can see here is the welcome and very nice picture, welcome message also from the instructor or the trainer. And there is an introduction, that's great. And there is also, I noticed you have used the course link. That is really very great to help the participants to either inform them about the next step and also to give them the right link for the next action or the next step. Providing the resources is also great here. That's very important, that I need to have all these resources maybe before the workshop or after the workshop or during the workshop, and you already provided all these links with me. That's really something great. But what I have noticed here that we are using here the announcement tool. Now, announcement tool used as a communication tool. This is where the instructor needs to communicate some important messages for the participants. What we have done here in this course, we have added a real course material somehow to our participants in the announcement tool. Now, the result is that the participants can access or can see these delivered material for them, either if it's multimedia, links, text, whatever. That's great. But in a Blackboard lane, we should use or focus to use the announcement tool only to communicate updates and changes or any important events to our students. So this is maybe not the right place to add these materials. We need to have another place that is called content area, as I will show you in a minute. So this is fine. It served the purpose, but it's not used. I mean, the announcement tool has been used in a different way. Now, looking here to the language acquisition workshop, I can see, yes, you already created 4 folders because you need to categorize your materials based on different parts. That's a perfect design, because what I need to do in each folder or in each part is to provide all the resources and materials and activities for my participant in one place. This is something perfect. So the way that you organized your materials is something also great. And you have done another great job here, that there is the title. You give me like 15 minutes. So this is like, I need like to spend 15 minutes to complete this activity. You provide some visual elements so I can be more attractive to this material. That's something perfect. Yes, that the course is a single course. There will be no announcement of extended. I agree with you 100%. Agree with you 100%. Now, does that mean if the course is just like a single course, or it's like a one single meeting, it's like a one-day meeting, do we still need to use announcement, or we don't need to use announcement? Now, if you want my opinion, is that yes, I still need to use announcement, because before the session started, there is some information need to be communicated to the participants. And after the course is completed, maybe we need to communicate some information for the participants. That's why announcement tool can be used, but maybe it is not the main tool here, or not a very important tool. But still, there is a possibility to use the announcement, as I will show you in a minute. Now here, I can see that you already added all these materials. That's great. So in each one, you listed the objective or the outcomes and the resources that help me to achieve this outcome. So I believe that those parts, and correct me if I'm wrong, that each part reflects a specific activity. That each part reflects a specific activity during the course. Is that correct?
Each part reflects a specific learning outcome.
Oh, specific learning outcome. And when you say like 40 minutes here, what does that refer? What does that mean?
That's the length of time that is allotted to that part. So each objective is in part 2, 3, and 4, and part 1 is actually our welcome and introduction. So part 1 is not the achievement of an objective, while parts 2, 3, and 4 are.
Okay. And the participants are expected to access this part during the session, so they can, for example, access these resources and maybe do a reflection in their learning journal during the 45 minutes or after it?
During the 45 minutes. There is no afterwards.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And okay, so that's perfect. And also what you have done here, you have created an online link for the collaborate room or the session room, virtual classroom link. And this is where the participants are expected to come and start joining the session, the live sessions. Is that correct?
We think so.
Yep, that's perfect. And when it comes to class, yes, go ahead.
Hammam, we included that link there so that we could come into one of our meetings as participants and take note of the experience. And that's something we would like to reflect on as part of this meeting. What that felt like to actually join, because it was quite alarming at times. It was very disjointed, and we had issues with camera and audio and visual issues.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, stay right there for a second, Hammam. So
Yes.
What I'll say is that Stephanie and I both went to join it, and we clicked like you did and came to this page that you're on. It wasn't glaringly obvious that I needed to click on the Introduction to Language Acquisition course room. I was looking where it says filter by upcoming sessions. I was looking for it down below, and it wouldn't. I couldn't get. It took both Stephanie and I probably 3 or 4 minutes to figure out how to get in. And it may seem silly, but I feel like I'm fairly decent at navigating tools like this, and it got me a little confused.
That's fine. That's fine. It's only just you need to have the right information, the right training, and knowledge transfer for you to know how to use this tool. But
right, but we're going to have maybe 100 people possibly who are going to be coming in having never used this before that day.
Yeah, to Jay's point, there will be people who have not navigated this before. So is there a way to make that introduction to language acquisition pop in some way or another?
Color?
Yes, we can do that. That's correct. I totally understand this now. Okay. Now, how is, before we continue, okay, before I answer this question, I have just another question. When you added the class journal here, do you expect the participant to come and do the reflection on this journal?
No, that was just, we were just testing that. So we put that in place there. It's not fixed.
Okay. Because I'm asking this question because I can see that like the resources here, like there is my learning journal. So I thought that there is maybe a restriction on that journal.
No.
Okay.
The My Learning Journal has been shared at the beginning, and they will copy and open their own learning journal, which are on slides, Google Slides. So at the moment, because we were looking for a tool that they could download and keep.
Okay. Now, tell me, when you say my learning journal, what's expected from the participant to do in part 2, for example?
Okay, so I think we can just clarify that this is a synchronous course. So
Okay.
they will have facilitators talking through the whole course with them, the course content and the activities.
Okay.
It's not that they're sitting remotely for 45 minutes.
Yeah, we're online with them. And the reason that it's not hyperlinked right there is because if you look at part 1, 2, 3, and 4, we only hyperlink each thing one time. If it shows, like my learning journal shows up in 4 parts. So we don't put a link in each of the 4 parts because when they open it, they have to create a copy of it. We only want them to create one copy.
Okay.
And this that you're looking at, I don't know who put that there. That was put on over a weekend when I was not involved. I think that like Pia said, that was just some testing.
Yes.
And I would say that was going to be removed. I don't think we paid attention to it today.
We don't.
Yeah,
No, we don't need
we
that.
need to
Extra.
delete the class journal.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. So let me just do something like that. So what is expected from the participant in his learning journal, the document that you already shared, is that they have a form, a kind of form, and they need just to write their reflection or write something about what they have learned from this part, and then save it on the file. Am I right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the course, what you will do is that, do you need to collect this reflection or this learning journal
No.
and review it? Okay. It's just something personal for them.
It's for them, yes.
And are
That's
they
why
allowed
we've created
to
it. We've created it on a Google slide that when they click the link, they have to create their own copy, which will put it in their drive so that they own it, they have it, and it's easily accessible to them at any time.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And also, does the participants allowed to share their post in this journal in this document? I mean, is it allowed for me to share my learning journal with other participants? Is it okay?
That's up to them.
That's part of the design. It's in the design when they have the discussions and the collaborative breakout rooms.
Okay, and when you say that it is in the breakout rooms, what do you mean? That they will share it? Okay. During the breakout rooms, they will share their journals or their input.
They'll be sharing their thinking, but it doesn't mean they'll necessarily show their actual journal. But they'll be whatever they've reflected on in their journal. They'll be having a discussion about in the small group and in whole group as well.
That's great. That's great. So reviewing this course in this status, I can see that the way that you have designed this course according to your need is really something great. And I took the liberty, if you don't mind, I just created another copy from this course and added some information or did some, let's say, not enhancement, based on my understanding about this course, I added some comments for this course. Remember, let me just exit the preview here from this course. And this is one of the things that we might start think about. It is a one-day session, like 4 hours or 5 hours or 3 hours. So the participants are expected to come to this session and with some basic information about this course. That's it. And during the session, we will deliver the material. They will do a lot of engagement activities, and their output will be having their own learning journal. Is that correct? Okay. Now, maybe we need to do a kind of shift in our designing or in our mindset, like not to change what we are doing, but we can extend what we are currently doing. So let's assume my journey as a participant, okay? And I have registered in this course. Before the course started, I need to get some information about this course, like what topics we will cover. Is there any reading material I need to review it before I join? How the session will be delivered? What kind of activities are expected from me? So there is a lot of questions on my mind about what I will do in this course and what is the outcome of this course. This is the first thing. The second thing, why I am in the online session, what is really required from me, how should I participate, what is the expectation from me. And also, I need to be able to access the link of that online session from one single point. Like if I go to the learning management system, from there I will get all the information and then I will be able to join my session. And also at the end of this course, as a participant, I already maybe developed a learning journal, and I like to be able to keep it somewhere. I need maybe to access the course to get a copy from my certificate or attendance certificate, or maybe to refer to any resources that already shared with me at any time without having the hustle to go through my emails or remembering the links of this course materials. So my expectation as a participant is that when I look to the system, I expect to see something like this. The course that I already registered in it, either if I completed that course or not completed yet, I need to be able to access one place to do all everything. Now let me go to this version, and again, I just took the liberty and did some enhancement based on my understanding, and I will explain to you what's the meaning of these enhancements, and then you can decide if you need to consider it or not to consider it, okay? So let me access this course, and I will switch directly to the student preview. Now, you will notice that I have somehow redesigned this one, but again, this is me. This is not you. This is Hammam. This is how I see this course. I'm not the subject matter expert, but based on my understanding, I said, I will give them some announcements. You said that, do we need to have announcement for a one-day session or course? We will answer this now. About the workshop, meet your trainer, workshop parts or materials, join online session, class journal. Also, I have provided another two tools, the messages and the course calendar. Now let's go and see the announcements. What I have done, I just created a very small, a very nice banner based on the existing image, and I wrote down the introduction to language acquisition. Here in welcoming, and the welcome message, it has a specific format, it has a specific component that you need to include. The idea behind the welcome message or the welcome announcement is to inform your participants what is this course is about, a description, 2-line, 3-line maximum. Highlight the main objectives that you are looking to achieve, and also tell your participant why this course is there. Now, this is a one-day course, so why I need to have this course on the system? I just told them that this course is developed only to help you to access all the resource materials through some preparation, and also preserve any activities that you participate on it so you can review it at later time. So I informed them about the purpose of this course, and maybe I would highlight how they are expected to use this course. The last part of this one is I'm telling my participant to start using this course, you need to go to this component, which is about workshop, which is you already did that. That's perfect. What is this one is like giving them more information about this course. Remember, announcement is just a welcome message, a small message, like maybe 2 paragraphs, each one of them 3-4 lines. That's the maximum. Deliver the description for them or high-level description, why this course is here, and guide them where to move next. This is one use of the announcement. And at the same time, I have used the course link to just allow them to have quick access to about this course. Now, remember this course, we said it is a one course. So sorry, this is my misunderstanding. But let's say that the title of this announcement, online meeting. I'm just sending my reminder for my participants saying that, oh, this is a reminder for our session. Next session, we'll discuss these topics, or we will cover the following objectives or following topics. This is how you need to do, or what you need to do to access the Collaborate session. And I have provided with them with the link to the Blackboard Collaborate. So just once they click here, they will go to the join online session. Yes, Alexis, please go ahead. Yes, Alexis, go ahead. Alexis, we cannot hear you.
Sorry, I was asking, when you move out of the student preview, can you make sure that you show us how you went to course link?
Yeah.
The teacher
Uh,
version?
which one? Sorry, again.
When you move out of the student preview, right?
Yes.
Could you
Yes.
show us how you went to the course, how you linked each page via course link?
Yeah. I will do that. Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Most welcome. No worries. So what I have done, you can see that I have shared some information about this course for my participants before the course start. Normally, let's say that the course will start on a specific date, but maybe the participant, they need to do a kind of preparation. They need to learn about this course. You know that we need to help them to be ready for this course. So I would use the announcement just to communicate with them about the course, communicate with them about our next meeting, and provided all the details for them. So this is like the first communication uh, channel between myself and my participant. And if there is any change on this course, for example, I can just go and create an announcement, say, hey, the meeting has been changed from this date to this date. Please make sure to do the following steps. So as you can see, just not only provide the information for them, but also tell them how to do things. Now let's go to the About course, which is I can access from here or from here. So in the About course here, again, sorry, I took the liberty and changed a lot of things in this area because I was thinking as a participant saying, I have registered in this course, so I need to know about this course before I start the sessions. So this is like an introduction with the more details introduction. These are the objectives that are expected from me. And these are the resources that I need to have either during the session or before the session or even after the session. And to make it more organized for the student, for the participant, I have just to create a simple table saying this is the resource and this is why I'm giving you this resource. And this is very important in the online course design is once you provide your participant with any material or content or activity, you need to tell them why you are giving them this material, what is expected from them to do. Like, for example, this is a presentation for part 1. This is a copy. You can keep it for your reference, or you can review it after the course session. This is, for example, an article. You need to read this article maybe before joining the session. So as you can see, I tell them exactly what is this resource and how they use it or what is expected from them. Now here in this part, I just provided more details about how to use this course. In other words, what this menu item means for you. So I can create a simple table saying that announcement is this is where you get updates. About workshop, this is the information about the workshop. Meet your trainer, this is information about your trainer. So I'm just telling my participant what is this course about, how to use it, what the meaning of different components. This will help them to find what they need very quickly. So once they log in, if really they understand how to use this course, oh, and now I need to join the session, oh, it says that I need to go to join online session link from the course menu. This is, from this point, I can access any live session or reschedule, for example. Class journal, this is where I need just to do the reflection for the different activities within the course parts. So I just maybe give some description or just to create a simple table and provide description about each course menu item. In the workshop activities, now, sorry, again, this is me based on my previous understanding. I inform my participant that during this workshop, we will have 4 activities. This is like part 1 reflection, and we will use the journal, the class journal tool, and it is expected from you to do the following. So just in very high level, I'm just telling my student what they should do in this specific activity, very high level. At the end, I have added what is next. What is next is like, again, let's call it scenario. Once the student accesses this course, he read the announcement. And then, as you can see, I told him to go to the About workshop. So this is the next step. And after completing the About workshop, what I want them to do is just to go to the workshop parts. So if they click on what is next, it will take them to the workshop parts or materials or content. So it's like I'm guiding my student or participants during this course. Again, think about your participant that he's viewing this course without having you standing behind his back and guiding. So I just need to provide more description, more guidance information, required link to guide the participant during his learning journey. Now, one of the things before I discuss this one of the things that participants usually are curious about is, who is my trainer? I need to know his name, maybe his email address, if that's of course allowed, his work phone, his office location, and maybe I will just need to add some notes like about myself to tell my participant about my experience. So they will know me very well before we start the session. And of course, you can add multiple instructors or trainers in this specific course if you have more than one who is presenting this course to the students. Now let's go to the workshop parts. So in part one, you have added images. That's good, but it is recommended to inform the student what this is about before they click on the link. So it's just like I'm telling them, in this part, you will find all the resources that is related to this part, including the instructions, how to participate in this activity. I might say here in more details, once you complete this part, you are expected to achieve this specific learning outcomes. Yes, Pia?
Yes, Hammam, we were trying to do that very thing and have the text aligned with the image, and we weren't able to do that. So could you show us today?
Of course, I will show you all that. I will show you all the changes I made and how I made it. Don't worry. Now, let's go to the part one, for example. Now, I have redesigned this part one, by the way. The first one, I have noticed that you already shared with your participants some resources, like the presentation. What I have done, I have embedded the presentation here on this course. And again, this is a live version, by the way, from the presentation, which means if you make any changes to this presentation in your Google Drive, it will be reflected here. At the same time, I have provided an offline version from this file. So they can download it and they can just review it outside of the Blackboard lane or once they are offline, not connected to the internet. And what they can do, of course, they can just go to next, see the slides. Again, this is a feature that's coming from Google itself, from Google Drive. It's not from Google Documents. It's not something with the Blackboard lane, but Blackboard lane allows me to add this script that will help me to do that. Yes, Stephanie? Now, Joanna, not for all workshop, because remember, this is a live session. This is a live version, which means if you updated this file, it will be reflected on this course. So you need to make sure when you need to use this kind of feature, embedding the items. Stephanie, you raised your hand. Could you please unmute your mic and speak?
Sorry, yes. My question is, when you created the offline version PDF, did you have to create it, or is this a feature where every time we update the Google Slides, a student or a participant who downloads the offline version will download the most recent updated version so we don't have to keep updating it manually?
Okay, so I gave two options for the student. This is the online version. So the student, if he click on Google Slides, it will open it from your Google Docs, as you can see, and he will see, okay, I have all the files here. So what he can do now, he can see now the latest version. He can also, I don't know, if he need to open it, download it, he can have access to the live version. This PDF version is an offline, literally it is an offline. So that means if you make any changes to the presentation, it will not be reflected here. This one
Thank you, that
be
answers my question.
Yeah. So now, if you need, what you notice also, I have added this file, but at the same time, I wrote a small paragraph. This is kind of instructions or guide for the participant, telling them that this is the presentation for this topic. Now you are viewing this live, and maybe you can just click on the PDF version. That is an offline version, will not be updated on the future. So you just give him the instruction and tell him how should he access and what's the difference between those two links. At the same time, I use this paragraph to tell my participant that why I am sharing this one, what is expected from you while you are viewing this presentation. Expected from you, for example, to review the key points or the key topics that he need to learn or to understand from this presentation. Now, my thinking, and apology that I thought that for the My Learning journal here, this is where I expect the participant to do a reflection. The way that you currently do it, you just create a document on Google Drive and post and allow the participant to download it, and then they can edit it. Now, in a Blackboard lane, we have what we call the journal. The journal allows each participant to create his entry, and whatever entry he added here, like this is my first entry, one, okay, whatever I copied and paste here, it will be posted. Now, from the settings of this journal, this entry is only currently visible to my instructor, to the trainer only. But I can give the option to make this journal available for other students or other participants where they can write their comments, okay? Now, if I come back again and add another entry, reflection, again, what it will do, you will see that all the posts already kept here, and by default, the system will do indexing for the student, for the participants' entry in this journal, and it will be indexed on a weekly basis. Now, you might say, Humam, this is only 1 day course. It doesn't have that value. That's correct, but it has a value to give the ability for the participant to post their reflection, and you can give them the opportunity to edit their reflection or even delete it. And also you give them another way to share their reflection with other participants in the course without having the burden of like telling my colleagues or sharing my file or something to do sharing. At the same time, as an instructor in this course or a teacher in this course or a trainer, I can see all my participants' reflection. I can go and review it, providing some feedbacks if I want to. You don't have to do that, but this is also another added value for you as an instructor in this course, where you can just read some of the student reflection and really understand that they get my idea, that they understand the skills from this course, and so on. So this is really a very great tool that you can use it to help the participant to submit their work or submit their reflection, share it with other colleagues, or even share it with you as an instructor. Now, let me go back again to the workshop parts, and okay, in this one, part one. And what I have done in my learning journal, I informed my participant exactly what this is about, what reflection you should give, what questions you should answer, what ideas you should focus. So I gave them a full detailed instruction about how they should participate on this journal and for this specific part. And there is maybe some rules or guidelines that I need my participant to follow, like the etiquette of posting something on the internet. Like they need to write like at least paragraph of 5 lines. They need, for example, to share or use a real life experience that they experienced during their work as an evidence for what they are reflecting. And you can do whatever you want here. Now, at the end, I'm telling my student what is next. Again, this is linked, or this can be linked to the second part, or you can just give them information like, now you can go back to your live sessions and resume the rest of the activities. Okay, sorry for this one. Let me just remove this notification from here. Now, the same here for part 2. The same scenario, and in the part 2, because it has a specific learning outcomes, I'm informing them after completing this part, you are expected or should be able to. This is the objective that we need to achieve. This is the presentation, and this is an article that you already shared with them. And by the way, this article, you can share it in 2 different ways. Either as a link, so they can, once they click, it will open for them, or you can just display it like that as an embedded object. Now you choose which one is the best. Now, if you want my opinion, I would use the embedded object for the presentation only, but for the articles, because I know people or participants, usually they like to download it and read it at later time. They don't have to do it online. But again, at the same time, if you decided to embed this one, and this is again a live version, this is a live version. So what they can do, just use the Google Drive, and as you can see, this is the version from my Google Docs or from my Google Drive. They can download it, they can print it, they can add it to their drive if they want. So still, they have the full functionalities of accessing these files. Again, for my journal, this is the reflection part 2. Give them a different instruction maybe, or I want them to focus on another idea. So I'm just telling my participants what they should do in this reflection. And this, of course, continue to other parts of the course. Now, there is a break, and I really like the way that you did it before, because you have added an image and then the link for this one. But what I have done, I just embedded the video, and now they can watch the video from this course while they are enjoying their break, like that. And the other thing, or the other value, that as you can see, they're still on the course. So they are viewing video from YouTube, but within the Blackboard lane course. So they are not distracted, or they can just go back to the course very easily and quickly. The same for other items, as you can see. Then in the join online session, because I'm going to use my Blackboard Collaborate to deliver the session, what I have done, I already created a session, and it's already scheduled on this specific date and time. Now, it's not started yet, so the students or participants, they cannot access it. They will access it on this specific time, which is at 11 a.m. And by the way, I gave them an early access to this course of 30 minutes. Now, I use the announcement to remind my participant that our next meeting or our next session will be tomorrow, for example. And this is the details. This is how you set up, for example, your audio and video, or how to use the Blackboard Collaborate. Maybe this needs to be developed by your institution. But again, this is like a simple point of presentation that we usually use it as a Blackboard team. And just let me show you this very quickly until it's open. And it is only one slide explain the component for the participant. This is where you open access option. This is to check the mark to indicate your status, turn on video, audio, and so on. I will share this slide with you. Don't worry, gentlemen and ladies. Don't worry. I will share that with you. Is that what you are asking? Okay. So in this one, I give them just another direct link where they can go directly, because maybe they don't know how to access from the course, but announcement helped me to deliver the right message and provide a quick link for them. Now, the course calendar, I utilize the course calendar to add the event for this one. It's already in their calendar in Blackboard lane. So if they, for example, connect their calendar with their Outlook, this event will be automatically updated on their calendar. And from here, I'm just telling them that this is our session. You need to do this one, or do these steps to access this event. So this is my course, and I have redesigned it based on my understanding. I was mistaken on some points, but this is what I thought that this course is about. Now, Alexis asked me at the beginning, she said that my course is different. Yes, your course is different, but still you need to use or to think how you can utilize the announcement. About workshop, you need to add more details about your workshop or your course. What kind of information that the student should know before, during, and after the course? What kind of information that I should provide to my student participants to be successful? How to study, how to participate in activity. Even if there is an evaluation, then how you will do the evaluation. What kind of assessment activities is there? Any information, you can add it here for your participants. Yes, it's supposed to end at 3 p.m., but can we extend it a little bit? If that's okay with you, I'm really sorry, but maybe I'll extend it
For
for
my
another.
Hammam, I will need to leave at 3 o'clock.
That's fine. So we will cover it at the next in tomorrow session. Don't worry for this one. Okay. Now let me show you how I did these things. These things on the course. Your start point of designing the course comes with the course menu, the structure. Content area. This is where you add a content area. Yes. Okay. That's good. So content area is used to create a place where you need to add materials and contents. Like, for example, workshop parts is a content area. Why? Because it allows me to build content assessment tools. So whenever you need to add materials, resources, activities for your student participants, use the content area. Okay? Tool link. This is where we'll use it to create a link for any existing tool, like the collaborate, the message, the journal. So if you go to the tool link, for example, it will tell you need to add link to journals, to discussion, to contacts, like meet your instructor, or even to any tool that you are planning to use. And I'm not creating a link for all the tools, only highlight the most important that my participants should use it every day, maybe, or frequently, okay? Meet your trainer. This is a contact tool. Again, this is a contact tool. I will show you how I added this one. In the announcement, you will notice there is a banner, and this is the image. Now, one of you might say, how you design this banner? Should I have any skills on a specific Photoshop or photo editing application? No, you don't have to do that. What you need to do is just to go and open your presentation. So I will create a new presentation very quickly, if you don't mind. Come on. And if you go to the file, page setup, you will see the slide size is called banner. Now, this is the banner scale, and very easily, you can just add an image. This is scaled 1, for example. So in terms of design, if I want to do it very quickly, that's it. Or you can just insert an image from your computer and just add it as a background. That is very simple and straightforward thing. And once you finish, okay, once you finish, you just file, export, and select as a JPEG. That's it. Save, export. The result will be something like this, exactly like this one. It is on my desktop. It is an image, a JPG image. And what I have done, just added a background and add a simple text on it. The next step for me, just to go and upload that banner to this course. How to do it? Very quickly, from the course management, customization, quick setup guide, sorry, not quick setup guide, teaching style. At the bottom of the screen, you just banner image, select banner, upload that one, and that's it. Okay, that's straightforward. The second thing, what I have done, just to create an announcement. When you create an announcement, you just write the title, paste the text here, and then you have an option to send a copy for the participant's email address, and you can add a course link. Course link, it's a tool, allows you to create a link for any pre-existing item. So if I want to link this course to a pre-existing item like Meet Your Instructor, just select it from here and click on Submit. Now I have created the announcement. Here it is, and this is the link for it. Another great feature of the Blackboard link, you will notice. Yes, Alexis, go ahead.
So the feature to course link is only available through announcements?
No, it's available in different places, not only announcement.
Okay. So if I'm using content, I'm using content area. Oh, right there. Got it. Okay.
Here it is. And if you are using content area, you need to go to the tools, and then you have more, I think build course link, it's there.
Thank
so
you.
it is available in different places.
Thank you.
Most welcome. You will notice that the new announcement has been added under this one. Now, there is a feature on the announcement that allows you to put like a sticky announcement that every time the student will access, this is the first announcement we'll see it. So if you want this one to be a sticky, just click and drag it above this line. If it's not a sticky announcement, it will be there. Usually, of the course best practice design and delivery, welcome announcement should be always a sticky announcement. Why is that? Not for your case, but for a case where like we have a very long courses. Sometimes the student will not access the course from day one. They will access it from day 2 or after 1 week. We want to make sure that the first thing they see is this announcement. That's why I put it as a sticky announcement. Okay, let's go and see now about this course, how we did it. That is very easy. Just build item and created an item. Once you create an item, the system will ask you to add the name and the text. Now, I understand that you have added an image like using this one, okay? So you added a content, added a file from your local computer or from any resource, and then you try to say, okay, right-click on this image and the properties. It doesn't give me the details how to do this kind of alignment or labbing. Now, this is where you need some technical help from someone, because currently on this text editor, this feature currently is not available in visual interface, but it will be soon. But currently you need to have a simple help from technical person. This is where you can view the code of this text. And I'm sorry, I'm saying code, you don't have to understand the code, but I just want to show this feature. What I have done, I have added those attributes to the image. Now, you should not worry about this one. If there is any technical person, he can do that for you, okay? You don't have to worry about it. This is what I have added. Just to float to the left, the image, and make a margin between the text and the image, 0 pixel and 25 pixel. Okay? You don't have to worry about this one. It's not your responsibility. It is someone technical who will provide the support for this, for you. Okay? Now, let me show you another feature that is there that you can do. Let's say I have a copy of my presentation and I like to share it with my student. So usually I will go to File or Item. I always prefer to use Item. Yes, Alexis, go ahead.
That was an accident, sorry.
Okay, so let's say that I need to add a file for my participants. The question is that, oh, sorry. Yep, go ahead.
Pia texted a question earlier. It might still be in your chat. She wondered if you would be providing that technical support that you just described?
No, it's not me. It is the ADI team. But if you reach me out, I am more than happy to reply to your email and do that for you. No worries. But again, because I'm a consultant assigned for a period of time, like let's say this project lasts for 2 months. So I can provide the support for you during these 2 months. But after that, someone else needs to do it inside ADI. But yeah, I will do that for you, don't worry, during the project implementation. Abdullah, could you tell us who is can have some technical skills to support the instructors on achieving these kind of things? Can you tell us who can support from ADI? Yes, Abdullah. Oh, it's Abdullah. Abdullah, thank you. We really appreciate that from you.
I appreciate your recommendation. Thank you.
Okay, so Abdullah, your voice is very far, but let's continue. Thank you very much. So let's say that I already have a file in my Google Drive. So this is my drive. I already have all the files. Now the question that I heard it multiple times, do I have to download and upload things back to Blackboard, Lynn? No, you don't have to do that. Because once you go to build content and use an item, for example, okay, you have an option, browse the cloud service. Or if you just use this icon in the text editor to add a content, you have an option, insert from cloud service. Cloud service means maybe your Google Drive, your OneDrive, your Dropbox, whatever cloud service you are using. So I will go browse my cloud service. And again, this is my Google Drive. Now you will start asking, Humam, how you do it? Can you show us how we can add this one to our course? That's easy. Let me close this course. In the course, in the system home page, you have something, you have your profile. Can you see your profile here at the top? If you click on your name from the Blackboard homepage, you can see cloud storage account. From here, you can add an account. I already added my Google Drive, but I can add, for example, OneDrive, for example. Now it will ask me to provide my login details. It will do authorization. Okay, sign in. And for security reasons, I have to enter another password just because this is my, send me a push. Okay, and now as you will see, OneDrive, accept. OneDrive is already now added to my account. Now this is very secure because you are the only one who can access it. Even the administrator cannot access it. This is on your profile level. How that will affect me? If you go to the course now and return back to my course and just here go to, maybe I'd like to create an announcement, and here I'd like to add a content or a document from my, okay, for announcement it doesn't allow me, sorry, it's my bad, for announcement it does not allow me, but let me go build item, and here browse cloud service. Now I can see my Google Drive, or I can switch to my OneDrive, as you can see. So I can select this page or this file and click on select. Now, bear with me here and listen carefully. Now I'm linking a file from my Google Drive to this workshop, okay? So let me go to the Google Drive, and I have a copy from this presentation. Once I click on select, what the system will do, it will create a copy from this file and save it here in the Blackboard link. So this is not a direct link to the Google Drive, okay? This is only a copy from the file that exists on your Google Drive. This is a copy. As you can see, this is only a copy. It's not directly linked, okay? What does that mean? If you delete this file from Google Drive, the course will not be affected. But in this scenario specifically, if you deleted this file, then this will be displayed as a broken link because this is a live version. Now you might say, okay, that's fine. I agree with you. That's good. You showed how to add a link to a file, so we don't have to download it from Google Drive and upload it back again to the Blackboard link because this will be done automatically. That's great. Thank you very much. Now, let's say that on my Google account, I already have a PowerPoint presentation, and I want to share it with my student like this way. Okay? Now, what you need to do is just to go to your drive, and there is the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, I don't have this PowerPoint presentation, I think. Okay, let me show you. So what will happen once you access your Google Drive, bear with me a second because I don't have the original link for that one, so I need just to get it from here. And this is what I have done literally, is that you already provided me with the link for the presentation. So this is from your course, okay? And this is the link, no, this is a PDF version. This is the, sorry, oh, sorry, not this one. It's my bad, sorry. So yes, okay, so we have this one. Now what you have done, this is, will take me to the Google Drive where the file is already left, okay? So what I have done, I clicked on, come on, share.
Are we looking for an embedded item or what exactly?
No, sorry. Adnan, how did I open that? Open in Google Docs. Sorry. So let me first open it in Google Docs. Just bear with me a second. Okay. Once you are in Google Drive and you open the file, the presentation or any file, okay, if you go to the file menu here, okay, if you go to the file menu, you have an option called Publish to the web. Here it is. Can you see it? So you just open the presentation from Google, your Google document, okay? File, Publish to the web. Now, once you choose this one, you have two options, either as a link or as an embedded. Select as an embed, and then click on Publish. Now, it will give you a code, a script. Don't panic. You don't have to understand this code. You don't have to worry about it. Just copy it as it is. Then, what you need to do is to come to the Blackboard lane here, item. So this is a presentation, add the title, and on the text area, switch to the code view or the source code. Again, you don't have to read it or worry about it. Just paste and click on save. So as you can see, this one has been added to your course. Now, once you click on submit, you will have it here. If you like to edit this one, come at any time, just edit, and then you can select the object, and of course, you can edit this one, not this one. Why it did not give me? There is an option where it gives me the size. Oh, publish content and setting, I think. No, not this one. Okay. It will allow you, maybe you need some technical help, but when I did it, it did not ask me to specify the width and height, but maybe you need just to get some technical help from someone to help you to change the width and height of this object. That's it. And let me show you how that works with me. And really, I don't, because it was, I uploaded that presentation on my Google Drive, I remember. So it allows me to do this from my account. So this is the presentation, I think. Yeah, if you did it in your presentation, in your account or from your account, if you go to the file, come on, please, file, just bear with me a second. Publish on the web. And if you go embed like that, it will give you these details like the slide size or the advanced details. You have small, medium, large, or custom. Custom, like you specify the width and height. I will just specify the width by 700 and the height 500. And then just Control C, copy. And what I will do, just go back to my course. and to my workshop parts, build content again, item, title, code, paste. I don't have to understand it. And you already see that you already specify the width and height. So I don't have to read it or understand it and save. That's it. So here it is. And already all the features, all the functionalities already saved. So this is my item that I already added to the course. So this is how you do things. Is that very helpful for you? Do you know how to do things? Okay, I need to get questions. Do we have questions? I cannot hear anyone.
I'm here. I'm trying to think of something.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great. That's a great.
I have a question.
That's a great. Yes, please
So
go ahead.
when I try to access the course link in the content area on my page, it didn't. I didn't see that feature.
That's fine.
So I'm just wondering, what did I miss? What did I do?
What is your course?
Scroll down, please.
Scroll down. Do you have the ID of the course?
The ID? No, it's
Okay. Is it this one? Okay.
It's this right here. The safeguarding and child protection in schools. It's
this one.
all CPCE. That's it.
Okay. This one.
Yes.
Okay. I can see you already did the embedded object. Oh, that's attached file. Okay. So what you need just to go and add an item. Okay. And for example, okay.
Wait. Oh.
Sorry, you just use the course link from here, build content, course link.
Right. If you click on that, and I want to take it to the pre-course activity.
Yep. Okay. So just browse. It will open a pop-up window, and then we have the which one?
Yeah, that's my point. You see where it says pre-course activity on the left-hand side? It's not. If you scroll all the way down on this, in this.
Okay. Where is this pre-activity? Is it here?
It's underneath
here?
course materials.
Course materials. Okay. So under
No,
course materials.
Underneath. Yeah. So you click
Underneath.
on,
Sorry. This is the one.
yeah.
Okay. And this is okay. Do you know why? Because this is originally is a course link. So you cannot create a course link for another course link. So this is a course link. This is how you do it.
What?
Okay, when you added this pre-course activity, what did you choose from here?
Oh, that was so long ago. I can't remember. So I need to
Okay,
change
maybe
it
you.
and make it a.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is a course link. So what you have done, you just let me show you. Rename location. So this is the location of this one. It is the pre-course activity that lives where? Okay. It's in the course content. In the course content, pre-course activity. Okay, that's clear. So it's in the course. Where's course content? Okay. Oh, this is the course content. This is the pre-course activity. This is the location of it. So this is a content area called course content. Inside it, we have an object called pre-course activity. Now,
If I may, like that was the course content is what I originally created. And then I actually moved everything outside of that and created what you see above it. So are we just saying that I need to take this pre-course and make it a content area, and then that's what will give me the link that I will need to include for the welcome page?
Can I do some simple changes to show you how to do it, if you don't mind?
Sure, sure.
Okay, so we have module 1, 2, and 3. So you need to add all these modules on one area called course modules here.
Yeah, they're already there.
Okay, Where is that? No, this is a link for module 1. This is a link for module 2. No, what I need to do is just to go and create content area. I would say modules, make it available for the users, submit. I will take this one and put it here. Now we have modules. As you can see, currently it's empty, but I already have the modules developed somewhere else. So what I can do, click on this context menu, either choose copy or move. Let's say that I want to use a copy. Then I would say copy it to the modules folder. Yes. Now in the modules, I can see module 1. This is the right place of module 1. Again, module 2, copy. Then I'd say, where do you want to copy it? It will give me the list of the content areas only that exist on the course menu. Notice that like pre-course activity is not listed because this is not a content area. This is a link. But modules is a content area. In other words, it is a folder. So I can just move it to modules and click on submit. Now, if you go to modules, you have module 1, module 2, and so on. Does that make sense?
That's I don't like it like that. I like it like how it's listed as module 1, 2, and 3, and those are links to all that information that's what's in that folder. I can definitely just change pre-course content and make it a content area so it can be a link.
So I would agree with you, but still you need to have a content area where all modules live. Now, the modules currently live in something called course content. That's fine. But you don't want to display this area for your students. You want to display it like this. Am I right? So what I will do, I will just hide this link from my students and will hide this link also from my students. If I go to student preview, the student now see module 1, 2, 3 with a direct access. Okay. That's perfect.
Okay.
Oh, item is unavailable, sorry. Oh, you cannot hide it because item is unavailable. Oh, sorry for that one. Still, it seems, okay. So still, it seems that you need to have a place where all modules are saved in it, and then you can create the links for them on the course menu. But you have to be very careful when using this approach, Alexis. The reason for that, if you have like 6 or 7 modules, then think about the student. They have to scroll to be able to see this menu. So don't make your menu complicated. Make it simple for the students, for the participants.
I don't understand what you mean. Because like this welcome page is only that you see. So I don't know.
So Alexis, we will discuss this course, and I think I will. Okay. Oh, not this course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we will discuss this course tomorrow.
Next time, as an example, like we did.
I will do refurbish. I will do the redesign for this course. Okay, and then present it to you and other teams.
Oh boy. Okay.
But again, this is my thinking. That only the redesign that I did for this course. Okay, only represents how I'm thinking. Now, it doesn't mean that what I'm thinking is correct. Maybe I'm not the subject matter expert, or maybe I designed it because I think this is the right way. But what I want to deliver here is the practice. Like, see how the menu is simple. See how the menu is categorized to different areas. This is the course information. This is the real materials and real activities. This is a supplementary tools. The announcement, this is how I will release the announcement. This is how this is what kind of information I need to tell my student about as a chunk. Also, I have the option to display materials either as the links or as an embedded objects. But in each module, chapter, part, I need to mention my student the outcomes. I need to tell them why this is there. What is expected from them, and if there is any activity, more instructions and details need to be provided to my participants. This is the practices that I need to highlight for you.
Okay.
Okay, I will stop here and open for any questions or further discussions. And as in general, but if anyone has a specific question about this course, or Bia, maybe more specifically to you, if you need to have a session to go and review this course together, redesign it, and to show you how to do the things, I'm more than happy to do that. If you feel that this design works for you, but you need to do some tuning or changes, I'm more than happy to sit with you and show you how to update this one.